Hey, what's going on, guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG, and in this video I'm just going to show you guys the deck that I was going to play at the international tournaments this past summer, or past whatever you want to say. But yeah, I had this deck ready just in case, and this was before the whole registration thing got cut off, and I was still up in the air of whether or not I was going. But I had this deck pretty much decided. I was playing with it, and I was just getting comfortable with it, testing. And this is pretty much the final product of it, minus some cards I was probably going to change once I got up there and discussed it with some friends. But as you can see on screen, it is Umbreon Zoroark. Now, regardless of how I would have possibly done in the event, considering what decks were there, that's whatever. So we're going to go ahead and start it here by taking a look at Umbreon GX. I really like Umbreon GX. I have ever since the card first got leaked. It's my favorite evolution, and so, besides Glaceon for the TCG, of course, because that's the card I started with. But, yeah, I just wanted to play Umbreon. I really like it. It has the attack Strafe. You may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. It does 30. And then Shadow Bullet for 90. This attack does 30 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And, of course, Dark Call GX. You discard 2 energy from your opponent's Pokemon. Dark Call GX could be a very huge attack if you just need to get some energy off the board, and that's, one of the reasons why I really like this card. But Shadow Bullet with just 120 and then hitting something on the bench for 30 with Choice Band, I just really liked it. On top of that, I was playing Flareon in this list too, so I know that Decidueye Vileplume, Tapu Bulu, and just grass decks were there, so that's why I was like, I really like Flareon in here, and if I'm able to attack with Umbreon and I can hit for weakness, I'm pretty much going to be dropping Decidueyes and such. So I was just really comfortable with that decision. Of course, I also got Eevee here with Energy Evolution. So pretty much if I slap down a Dark Energy from my hand onto Eevee, I can just go ahead and search for the Umbreon. That's just awesome in my opinion. But I also was going to pair it up with probably my favorite Stage 1 that's come out in quite some time, and that's Zoroark with Stand-In. Once starting your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch this Pokemon with your active. It's pretty much Keldeo with a absolutely amazing attack. Mind Jack, this attack does 30 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Now, if you take into consideration decks like Volcanion, you take into consideration that even if your opponent just has 3 bench Pokemon, Zoroark is still doing a considerable amount of damage. It's just pretty good. On top of that, we have not Eevee. What are you doing, sir? Program thingy, whatever. We have Zoroark Break with Foul Play. Not only are you getting some extra HP, but on top of that, you're getting pretty much the chance just to copy one of your opponent's attacks. And with things like Drampa and such in the format, I had the capability of pretty much just copying something amazing and using it for 1 Dark Energy, so couldn't pass that up. But also ran 2 Tapu Lele. This was another issue that I was having. I only have 1 in real life at this moment, and so I was going to have to get up there and hope to God I can borrow 1, or I could find 1 I can buy, just something like that. So that was another issue I was running into because the deck ran really well with 2. It has Wonder Tag. Whenever you play it down, you can search your deck for a supporter. And then Energy Drive, just 20 for each energy attached to both defending Pokemon. You don't apply weakness or resistance, but still it's very good. This deck really can't do Tapu Cure, but it's whatever. Basically, this card is just so good. I mean, that's really all I can say about it. It's just a quick attacker, and if you have an Ultra Ball in your hand and this is in your deck, it's a guaranteed supporter, so that just makes Ultra Ball so much stronger. And then, of course, I had to run the Boy Shaman. Just personal preference. I really liked it. Let's see. What else can I talk about here? Don't really need to go over the supporters too much. I mean, Lysander can just drag something off the bench. Professor Kukui, or Cookie, whatever you want to call this dude, was just there so that way I can hit for some extra damage if I need to. And then just to draw 2 cards, not too bad. Field Blower, this is so I can get rid of tools off of Garbodor or just anything like that. I know that Fighting Fury Belt was a pretty big card up at internationals. If I say nationals throughout this video, just bear with me. Field Blower was a card that, from what I saw and from what some of the commentators were talking about, a card that really kind of sought less popularity. I guess it kind of died down a little bit, and so Fighting Fury Belt was kind of coming back. But me, I feel comfortable with 2. just because I also don't run any counter stadiums in this list, if you can't notice that one, or didn't notice that one. So I just really liked having it in there, and maybe I could have hit Fighting Fury Belt, something like that. Special Charge was in here because I do run DCE, and DCE is a pretty huge card for this deck. Tapu Lele can take advantage of it. Why do you keep skipping Pokemon? Zoroark can take advantage of it, and of course to increase Shadow Bullets, just like how fast you can use it. DCE is in there. I actually opted for Bridget over Pokemon Fan Club just for the setup reasons. I know that you can grab Fan Club for next turn. Like, you can just search out a Lele and guarantee yourself a supporter for next turn, but I don't know. I just preferred Bridget. And then, of course, Hex Maniac can help you out, so that way your opponent can't use, like Steam Up, or just you can kind of lock him down turn 1. And if you do play this on your first turn, it doesn't necessarily give away that you have a bad hand or not. It's just like you're kind of preventing your opponent from opening with like Tapu Lele or Shaman plays or something like that, so that's pretty good. Floatstone, obviously, just in here, so that way Zoroark can kind of free retreat, just kind of move around. Rescue Stretcher and Super Rod, this is a personal preference thing. This is just what I liked. I prefer doing that. You can run 2 of 1. I was still up in the air about this decision too. Super Rod puts energies back in the deck, whereas I can guarantee myself a supporter with Tapu Lele if it's in my discard pile, or I can shuffle 3 Pokemon in. I don't know. I just was like, screw it. I'm going to run one of both and see which one I like more, or if I like this, and just go from there. And let's see. I think really that's about it. I know some of the decks up there probably would have given this deck trouble, but for the most part, this is just what I was personally comfortable playing and what I liked. So, yeah, if I were to go and I would have played, this is 100% the deck that I would have took. I wouldn't have changed it when I got up there. I wouldn't have thought about it in the car, or I pretty much wouldn't have had any doubts, because this is the deck that I've been playing with the most. I've gone on a few winning streaks with it, and so yeah, I like this list. I'm really, really comfortable with it, and I'm actually considering building it in real life and playing it before the rotation hits. I'm actually going to be doing a video. I probably am going to be doing it tonight, so I'm probably going to upload this afterwards. So I did a video talking about discussing the rotation and such, so make sure to go check that out. But yeah, I'm sorry if you guys went and you're hoping to see me. That it sucks. I really wanted to go. I was really bummed out. I was just sitting at home watching the stream, and was just like, God, man, I wish I was there. But yeah, if you went and you're watching this, I hope you had fun. I hope you had a good time, and you got to go up there and experience something awesome. But that's just, yeah. Ooh, Jesus, I can't talk today.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
It's been like that all day. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, it'll be much appreciated. Take care, guys, and peace.